So we're going to get started here. We've got a few folks in, and I'm going to let you know what I've been working with because I'm pretty excited about it. I love finding alternatives to meat that work really well, and we get lots and lots of questions from folks who are either occasionally abstaining from meat, like I do. I call myself a flexitarian, or vegans and vegetarians. And if you know about the Impossible Burger at Burger King, I'm working with that vegetable based meat alternative that they use to make that burger. So there's a couple of brands on the market, and Impossible is a brand. And you buy, now I used today, they were out of Impossible. I used Beyond Meat. I've used them both with great success. So I found this at Albertsons, just a big grocery store. But the Impossible brand is fantastic, and Beyond Beef works really well as well. But Impossible is what Burger King uses to make those burgers. And it's a fairly new technology that they figured out the right fats, the right vegetables to make a product that behaves like meat. So I first used it um, a few weeks ago. All my kids were over, boyfriends and girlfriends were over, and my husband asked for smash burgers. So I set up two pans for smash burgers and did one with beef and one with impossible meat. And the impossible meat behaved better than the beef in terms of it getting really, because you want a smash burger to get crispy on the edge. You want all that cheese to fall off and the meat to be thin on the edges. And the Impossible Burger behaved better than the beef. Anyway, they were both delicious. And if you take our smash burger recipe, you just sub out either Impossible or Beyond Beef. Still use the barbecue shrimp seasoning, still use salt. I seasoned it exactly the same way, and they were fantastic. So, what I'm doing today is another take on a popular fast food dish, and that is the Crunchwrap. And we have a Crunchwrap with meat on the site. And that recipe, my husband was telling me that that recipe gets a lot of traction. So I think it's just the name. People like Crunch Wraps, or it's that I'm very popular. And maybe I'm trending. Guys, can you pay attention to me? Is it perhaps that I'm trending, or is the Crunch Wrap trending? Cameron is just blank staring at me. All right, it's Crunch Wraps. People like them. So now I'm doing one with Beyond Beef. So what I've done before you guys got here was I took the Beyond Beef. It comes in 1 pound packages. It looks exactly like ground beef. I took 1 pound of Beyond Beef and I sauteed it with our garlic, jalapeno, olive oil. These meat alternatives I find are really ready for big, big flavors. So skip the salt and pepper, go to a really pronounced blend and oil. So with the smash burgers, we use that barbecue shrimp seasoning that has a lot going on. With this, I used garlic jalapeno oil and our barbacoa blend. But look, you can use any Latin blend, will work. Any of the Latin blends, if you go to our site and search the Latin blends, any of them will work. Taco seasoning, adobo seasoning, fajita seasoning, they'll all work. You just need some big flavors and some heat. So now I'm going to make the Crunch Wrap. All right, here we go. Let me move all of this out of the way because I want you to see the technique. All right. So you need first a burrito sized tortilla. And then I'm going to crank the heat up on my skillet and get some fat in here. So I'm going to get some garlic jalapeno in there. And then what I want to do is take about a quarter of this sauteed meat alternative, Beyond Beef. I've sauteed it in that garlic jalapeno with the barbacoa blend. Get that on here. Hey, how are you? Thank you. All right, so I've got that in. Let's do this. Let's look at this while I do this. Okay, so I've got that down here on the tortilla. And then what I'm going to do is get some, this is just melty, jarred nacho cheese. So Lily is here, and she was very sad that I didn't make cheese sauce. And we can make a cheese sauce. And if you make a cheese sauce, we're here for it. Today, we got a jar of nacho cheese. So you just want melty cheese down here. Okay, so meat and melty cheese is on your big burrito sized tortilla. Then what you want to do is top it with a tostada. So they sell tostadas pre um, crisp. So they come in a pack and they're already crunchy, like a tortilla chip. And you can buy those. So what I did is took a corn tortilla, brushed it with the oil, hit it with some salt, and air fried it for 6 minutes. Same thing. You just need a crunchy tortilla for this layer. And then what I did was I took a bite. I want to explain to them why that little bite was out of there. Okay, that goes on top. And you should take a bite too. So that is on top, our meat and cheese. Then we go in with shredded lettuce. And this is very traditional to the fast food favorite is they use iceberg and tomato. This is all about what you like. You do whatever you want right here, but you want warm on the bottom, cold on the top, crunchy in the middle. Then what you're going to do is we're going to fold this up, but we need, it's like when you're wrapping a present and you didn't cut the paper big enough and you got to patch it. Yeah. That's what this is. So you can use, so now you want another flour tortilla. So you can use, like, you know, the street tacos, those little tortillas, you can definitely use those. Or you can take a normal tortilla and cut out a circle, like I did. And then you're going to put that on top. Now you fold. Let's go back to this so you guys can see. So, got a little bit of glue, flour, and water. And I'm just going to dab some glue around here. And I've seen it where they don't even glue it. They just kind of hold it together, but this helps a little bit. So we're going to glue that down. I am managing my heat because my oil is smoking. And then we're going to start to fold. So you fold over, make sure you guys can see me. And then you fold this way. And then you fold. And it helps if your tortillas are warm and they're a lot more pliable and flexible if they're warm. And you just keep folding. And then you're going to put this folded side down. Look at that. Look at my little pocket. Yeah, you could glue it with queso. Now that queso is going to burn a little bit in the pan, but that's not a bad thing. Okay, so now we're going to get that oil moved around and folded side down. We're going to let that brown. So we're going to let that brown and then flip it. And then you're going to move on to the next one. Why do I love this recipe? Because it's fun and it is tasty and it's better than fast food. But I've done this with a whole bunch of people in the kitchen. It gets a lot of hands busy. So they start experimenting with black beans and refried beans and salsa and trying to make these gigantic crunch wraps stay together. You could sub out this meat substitute with beans. You could do shrimp. You could shred a rotisserie chicken. But I love things like this where it's a dish that needs multiple passes. And what that means is you need help and you get folks in the kitchen with you. So this was one of our most fun nights last year. It was someone's birthday. We had everyone over and we did crunch wraps. And my husband was skeptical, like, iceberg lettuce? What are we doing? And he was just like, greatest thing ever. So I think they're a lot of fun. I enjoy um, getting folks in the kitchen to do this, and it's not complicated ingredients, and you might be able to pull this together tonight. So I'm going to take a peek and see if it's brown. And oh, y'all, what? Look at it. Let me tilt that for you guys. Can I get some pot holders? We are doing R&D today for our Mother's Day brunch. It's up on the website. Chelsea's going to link to it right now. And you guys need to reserve a table for 4. So we've set it up. Look at my Crunchwrap, y'all. Come on.
I see
Lily.
It's beautiful.
Right? So the way we're selling Mother's Day is 2 tables of 4. 8 people in this room. We feel really comfortable with that. And you'll book your group of 4. You'll come in. It's going to be like a hybrid. It's going to be a little bit sit, watch, and eat demo, and then opportunities, if you want to jump in and help Cameron and Lily with the meal. And that's what they're researching today. And it's pretty amazing looking. So I'm going to show, before I cut my crunch wrap, you've got to see these. So these are Cameron's scones that he's testing for the Mother's Day brunch. Who's in? Because I am. Because these are, first of all, let's talk about melty cheese on the side. But these are
Kimchi bacon cheddar.
kimchi bacon cheddar scones. Y'all, come to Mother's Day. Mother's Day at Red Stick Spice. 12:30 on Mother's Day. You can sleep in. Bring mom over here. We'll take care of everything else. What am I drinking?
Your tropical milk punch with a blob of ice cream on top.
This is a tropical milk. This is what moms are getting on Mother's Day. Yum. That's fantastic. Tropical milk punch, you guys. Okay, there's my crunch wrap. And let me take a bite. So I've got salsa, I've got sour cream, I've got pickled red onions. When do we not have pickled red onions at Red Stick Spice? But this is open to all the things you like on tacos and fajitas. That's available to you in this. So let's see how I did. Nice crunch. Oh, that's amazing. So here they are. Really, really yummy. Let's take a look at those. So all those layers, and it's meatless. So now you've got a great fun dish to make for you and your family, or do like I do, where we divide it up, where we have our meat eaters and we have our omnivores, and we have something for both of them. Super convenient product. I love what they're doing, and I need to take a bite. Let's see how I'm going to do this. We'll cut that a little smaller. Look at the cheese oozing out. Little bit of sour cream, some pickled red onions, and then let's see how I did. So I hope you make some crunch wraps. They're up on the website. I'm sure Chelsea has linked them, but I hope you make them. And if you use the meat alternatives, let us know how you like them and how you're using them. Mm. So good, you guys. I hope you got some good ideas, and I hope you come see us for Mother's Day. This was so much fun. All right, thanks, guys. Have a great day.